Hey gang, welcome back to the second hour of tonight's Rwl Sn Rl from San Antonio, Texas. Hangman Tex Lynch here along with my color analysts Wally Cardell and Johnny GB Bianco. Guys, we got a terrific second hour on tap. We got a ladies four-way elimination of the number one contendership for the Snarl Women's Championship. And the Legends World Champion, the Ultimate Warriors in the house tonight, and that's going to be a good one too. That and a whole bunch more.
We'll also see American Powers defend the women's tag titles from the Disciples of Darkness just a bit later on. Speaking of AP, our opening match for Arta concerns the Snarl Women's Championship held by Liberty Belle Danielle as the top for ladies battle for the number one contender spot to face Danielle next week for the Snarl Women's belt.
Crystal Gabor, obnoxious Brandy Knox, the ninth wonder of the world China, and Grace Fenwick of the UK ladies in a last woman standing elimination match. The following contest is a four-woman elimination match, last woman standing, with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, obnoxious Brandy Knox.
As if Danielle didn't have enough problems with tensions boiling between herself and Jody Vorak, here comes former Bell Council leader Brandy Knox, one of the four ladies in this elimination matchup. And man, I'm sure Danielle would not be happy to see Brandy Knox as the number one contender for the Snarl Women's Championship.
The irony here with these four contestants is they've each got a past with Danielle Heathcote. Brandy, Crystal, China, and Grace have all clashed with the ladies' triple crowner in the past, and they've all got the means and the motive for wanting to yank the Snarl Women's Championship away from her.
And one of them is gonna win the chance to face Danielle for the Snarl Women's Championship next week. Question B, which of them is gonna be the last woman standing in this battle with no disqualification, no countouts?
Also, from Redondo Beach, California, the ninth wonder of the world, China. Now, out of the four, China and Crystal Gabor are heavy favorites to win, but that doesn't mean anyone should sell Brandy Knox or Grace Fenwick short, because believe us, an upset is always a possibility. Lurking behind this four-way ladies match, the whole dynamic changes when it's three or more combined opponents. Winning a multi-person matchup is always more difficult. The one thing you can say safely, whoever does end up winning will have unquestionably earned that spot.
Especially when you consider there's no disqualifications, no countouts, no nothing. And these ladies will definitely be reaching under the ring for a little something extra if they feel the need.
Also, from Palatka, Florida, Crystal Gabor.
Crystal the Pistol Gabor's edge in this match will certainly be her experience. She's the one who's been around the longest and has earned the most accolades, having held just about every ladies' championship we've got, with the exception of the new Snarl Women's Championship, which, let's face it, would be a big-time feather in her cap. Also, even in the presence of Brandy and Grace, Crystal can be brutal and ruthless, which she's proven a number of times, including a vicious no-rules matchup with Danielle last year, where they just about destroyed one another, despite Danielle ultimately gaining the win. Crystal isn't shy about playing extra rough when she needs to.
You ain't kidding. I remember that match too, man. They beat the tar out of one another. You know what time it is, Johnny.
Yes, sir. They are playing our Christmas jam. And representing the UK ladies from Sussex, England, Grace Fenwick.
From the most experienced Crystal to the least experienced Grace Fenwick. But what she lacks in experience, she damn sure makes up for in brutality and sadism. She's guaranteed to enjoy putting the hurt on her opponents here, and she won't let her past association with the Bell Council prevent her from attacking former associate Brandy Knox, particularly with an opportunity to face Danielle for the title hanging in the balance. Like I said, we've got 4 very motivated women in this match.
Wow, what a lineup we've got in this one. And they're not gonna hold back any of them.
All right, there's your bell. And here we go. It's Crystal Gabor and Brandy Knox. Grace Fenwick and China. As we split up. Uh-oh, look at this. China slam. Grace Fenwick to the mat. Crystal Gabor blatantly choking. Brandy Knox. Oh, yeah, he definitely loves her some Brandy Knox. Brandy counters, takes Crystal down to the mat. China with a neck breaker on Grace Fenwick. Crystal Gabor puts the moves in on Brandy, slams her head to the canvas. Grace Fenwick is out on the floor. And now China turns her attention to Crystal Gabor as Brandy Knox finds her way out onto the floor. China escorted to the ropes by Crystal. Crystal whips her to the ropes. Fails to connect with the spear. Oh. China puts the brakes on. Winds up getting whipped into the far corner by Crystal. Brandy and Grace, well, they're still laid out on the outside as China catches a nasty kick from Crystal. A series of lefts and rights that puts her right back in the far corner as Grace Fenwick makes her way back inside. Brandy Knox back on her feet, but kind of hemming and hawing about getting back in there. Headlock punch from Crystal on Grace. Well, perhaps it's a good move to take her time stalling. Well, here we go. Brandy's back inside. Goes after China in the far corner. Crystal Gabor slams Grace to the center of the ring. Crystal moves in on Brandy again. Another kick to the midsection. Lines up the arm. China fails to connect with the basement drop kick on Grace. Grace Fenwick with a spinning move collapsed China hard. Brandy quickly countered by Crystal. Chop block takes her down. Pin 1, 2, but only a 2 count on China. Grace Fenwick back to her feet again. Goes after Brandy, catches a kick to the midsection. Off the ropes, beautiful flying punch. Brandy Knox. Crystal Gabor on the outside. Doing a little trash talking, taking a little time. Neck breaker drop from China on Brandy. Brandy counters with a shot to the midsection. Grace Fenwick laid out on the floor again. Another flying, beautiful rebound move. A kick that takes China down from Brandy. Brandy rounded up by Crystal into a lost water. Crystal Gabor goes for a cover. 1, but only 1. Grace Fenwick still laid out on the outside here. And anything goes. No rules, no disqualifications, no countouts. We're going to see some violence sooner or later. China slams Crystal down to the mat as Grace Fenwick goes to work on Brandy Knox on the outside. Man, this is going to be the Crystal Gabor with China on the inside. Flies it up into a figure 4 as Grace Fenwick slams Brandy Knox into the barricade. Crystal slams China's head into the canvas. Brandy Knox laid out by Grace Fenwick. Grace Fenwick on the outside, trash talking. Well, Crystal Gabor goes to work on China. Grace and Brandy lock it up. Again, rebounded into the barricade floor. Brandy Knox going through some rough stuff here. At the hands of Grace Fenwick. Crystal Gabor takes China down again. What are we going to see here? Oh, man, nice senton. Crystal Gabor. Crystal slides out of the ring. China back on her feet. Brandy Knox rolls back into the ring by Grace Fenwick, and now Crystal and China on the outside. Running power slam from China. Brandy locks up Grace, whips her to the ropes. Oh, man, nice punch. China has picked up a chair and is proceeding to try and bring Crystal Gabor. Crystal Gabor counters with a drop kick. Rounds China back up to her feet. Rolls her back into the ring. Attempts to anyway. Crystal quickly countered by China. Grace Fenwick stomping the guts out of Brandy Knox. Crystal Gabor laid out on the outside. China rounds up that chair again, but gets drop kicked and taken down one more time. Grace Fenwick catches a nasty clothesline from Brandy Knox. Brandy rounds up Grace. Grace counters with a jawjacker. Crystal Gabor with an arm breaker on China on the outside. Hard right hand from Grace Fenwick and another. Rebound off the rope. Another flying punch from Brandy Knox. Down she goes. Grace Fenwick rounds her up again. Crystal and China on the outside. Crystal into the barricade at the hands of China. Grace Fenwick covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Brandy Knox is gone at the hands of Grace Fenwick. How about that? Grace going under the apron for a little something extra. Got a kendo stick. Crystal Gabor takes her down, disarms her. Crystal rounds up Grace. Kick to the midsection from Grace Fenwick. Crystal Gabor counters with a hard right. China laid out on the outside. And that is it for Brandy Knox. Time for her to go home. Crystal Gabor poking fun at both her opponents. The remaining 3 in this elimination matchup. Out goes Brandy Knox, excuse me. All right, China slams Crystal's head to the floor. Grace Fenwick laid up against that barricade. That kendo stick in easy reach. Crystal Gabor rounded up by China. Look at this. Double noggin knocker from Crystal Gabor on both Grace and China. Slam. To the floor goes China. Grace Fenwick locks up Crystal. Nasty clothesline from Grace Fenwick. Grace Fenwick. Oh man, China with a hurricane run on. Grace starts. Oh man, hard right hands on the head of Grace Fenwick. Crystal rounded up that chair, but no good so far. Grace slams China into the barricade. Crystal slams Grace towards the barricades. Charges. Whoa! Nice move. Crystal Gabor talking serious trash to Grace Fenwick. Grace slams her into the barricade. China back on the attack here. Got a chair. And oh man, absolutely crushes Grace Fenwick with that chair. Crystal Gabor sneaks up from behind. Grace Fenwick sneaks up behind on Crystal. Slams her down to the pump, right on the steel chair too. Oh man. Grace Fenwick quickly making her way around here. Crystal Gabor delivers a series of shots. Suddenly China rounds her up and rams her into the barricade. Crystal Gabor takes China down to the floor. Look at this. Crystal Gabor definitely doing a little bit of showing off here. Slammed into the barricade by China. Grace Fenwick takes China down. Grace rounds up China. Rams her into the barricade. Running bulldog from Crystal Gabor on Grace Fenwick. And she is definitely feeling it. Oh, she is definitely on a roll here. Taken down by Grace Fenwick. Schoolyard bully pummel right there from Grace Fenwick. And a clothesline from China that takes Grace down. Crystal Gabor catches the kick to the midsection and a DDT from China. Grace Fenwick with that chair, but too slow. China disarms her, pitches her halfway across town, knee to the midsection for Crystal from China. China countered by Crystal with a kick. China counters Crystal with another kick, and a kick that takes down China from Grace Fenwick. Crystal Gabor showing some signs of fatigue here. Grace Fenwick catches a knee to the midsection from China and right into the apron. China takes a little walk for herself and rounds up that steel chair again, making her way towards Grace Fenwick. Crystal Gabor says, "No, you don't." Rolls her back inside the ring. Oh man, knee to the face from Grace Fenwick to Crystal Gabor. Grace makes her way back in the ring, taken down by China. Crystal lines for a new weapon. Got herself a kendo stick. Whoa! Smacks China across the back and across the face and across the head. Oh man, China goes down at the hands of Crystal Gabor. Grace Fenwick rounds her up with this inverted dragon sleeper and a neck breaker. Oh man, China on the apron. Crystal takes down Grace. Got that kendo stick again and she's warming it up, but no, Grace Fenwick counters. Runs Crystal into the far corner and here Grace has got that kendo stick and she's going to put it to use. Grace covers one, but only one. As China makes her way back inside, goes behind on Grace, hard right hand, whips Grace into the corner. China whips Grace into the opposing far corner. Look at this beautiful handspring elbow. Takes Grace down as China covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Well, now Grace Fenwick is gone, and now we are down to just China and Crystal Gabor. Crystal Gabor takes China down. And she sets up right center ring for the figure 4 leg lock. China with nowhere to go. Referee Tom Canamora watching the situation as Crystal Gabor really leans into this figure 4 leg lock. China doing some serious kimchi right about here. But China wants her using that strength to turn it around on Crystal. Crystal has to disengage. Crystal Gabor back to her feet. Chyna back to her feet. They lock up. Crystal whip to the ropes. Slapjack pancake face first into the canvas. As Chyna rounds up another steel chair and makes her way towards Crystal. Trains her with that steel chair, man. Slams her in the back. Chyna locked up by Crystal. Knee to the head for Chyna as Crystal rounds up the chair and proceeds to try and retaliate. Chyna quickly taking her down. Crystal Gabor tries to make her way back to her feet. Chyna fails to connect with a spear. Chyna counters and escapes the corner. Hard right hand. Look at this. Into an abdominal stretch right center ring. Nowhere for Crystal to go. She's going to have to find her way out on her own. And succeeds in doing so. A couple of hard right hands has her up. Whoa! Beautifully done by Crystal Gabor. Drops Chyna square on her head. Follows it up with a beautiful drop kick. Crystal Gabor. Hard going to town on the legs of Chyna with that steel chair. Chyna quickly back to her feet. Shoulder tackle takes Crystal down. Chyna covers. 1, 2. But no, Crystal Gabor powering out of the pin. Chyna back on her feet. Rounds up the steel chair one more time. Tries to go after Crystal again. Swings and misses. Crystal counters with a hard right. Escorts Chyna to the ropes. And here we go. What are we going to see here? Crystal Gabor with a snap mare. Off the middle ropes. Whoa! Beautifully done. Crossbody covers. Hook the leg. 1, 2. But no. Again, Chyna finding her way out just in the nick of time. Crystal Gabor rounds up the kendo stick. Oh, man. Right across the belly. And Chyna follows it up with a stomp. Crystal Gabor takes herself all the way up topside. Chyna's laid out center ring. Here we go. Elbow across the chest for Chyna. Crystal slides back on out. Goes back under the apron. Comes back with another kendo stick. Tries to smack it across Chyna's belly, but no. Chyna quickly takes her down with a clothesline. Crystal trying to get back to her feet, but Chyna right there to prevent it. Kick to the midsection. Here we go. Chyna setting up the pedigree. Boom, there it is. Rolls Crystal over, covers. 1, 2. Crystal powering out of the pin yet again. Man, these two are the final ones left, and they are just hammering home. Chyna lays the chair on her one more time. Crystal rounded back up to her feet. Another kick to the midsection. And a second pedigree. Boom! Right across the head of Crystal. Chyna using everything she had to nail her with that last pedigree. Covers. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Chyna has eliminated just about everybody, and she is going to be the #1 contender for the Snarl Women's title.
The time, 12 minutes and 44 seconds. Your winner, the 9th wonder of the world, Chyna.
And so the second most experienced lady in this matchup winds up the last woman standing, eliminating Crystal Gabor, who also was a heavy favorite. But the 9th wonder of the world, Chyna, prevails in this one. She is the new #1 contender for the Snarl Women's Championship, and that means it's going to be Chyna and Liberty Bell Danielle next week, right here on Snarl. Well, fans, that was a pretty good start to the second hour. We've still got a whole bunch more ahead, so please stick around. We'll be right back with a whole lot more right after the break. GB, Wally, I know you guys ain't wearing hats, so I'm going to ask you to bow your heads in great reverence for the two legends in this next matchup, the one and only, the Funker, Terry Funk, set to go up against the other one and only, the living legend, Bruno Sammartino.
Hey, that is a definite main event level match anywhere you go. You've set us up a real beauty here, Tex.
Well, thank you very much, Wally.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from the Double Cross Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, weighing 247 pounds, here is Terry Funk.
Guys, I almost feel irreverent even speaking during Terry Funk's entrance. The Funker, one of the greatest of all time, a legend of hardcore wrestling, of course. And, well, we haven't seen him in about 4 months. His last matchup was against Cactus Jack. But Terry Funk is back tonight, of course, in the great state of Texas, set to go up against the living legend Bruno Sammartino in what's sure to be a Legends Division match to beat the band.
Forget about trying to pick a winner here, as both these legendary, iconic stars have everything they need for a win, and this match will come down to one man, making that one costly mistake that will end in costing them the match. His opponent, originally from Abruzzi, Italy, residing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 240 pounds, the living legend, Bruno Sammartino.
The true living legend, no matter what Larry Zbyszko might say, Bruno Sammartino remains today one of the greatest and longest reigning champions in the history of the old Worldwide Wrestling Federation. Before there was even a Hulk Hogan, Bruno boasted a years-long reign as the world champion, and he and the Funker have crossed swords before. So while they won't surprise each other, they will be taking one another to their absolute limits.
In the true old school style, too. Hey, you fans of the old school stuff, you got to admit, Snarl got you covered tonight. The Funker and the Living Legend all set to mix it up here. Oh man, this is going to be a good one. Referee Tom Kanamura rings the bell. The men come center ring. The Funker, up over the shoulders of Bruno, slammed down to the canvas just about center ring. Sammartino with a kick takes the Funker back down again. Gathers him up just center ring. Hard right hand spins Funker around. Bruno goes behind rear waist lock, slams him down. Classic wrestling takedown from the Living Legend. Stomp to the head of Terry Funk. Bruno really starting to go to work here. Working on the head and neck area of Terry Funk. Slams his head down to the canvas. The Funker catches another kick to the back from Bruno. Terry Funk rolls himself out onto the floor as Bruno takes himself up to the top turnbuckle. Oh man, here we go, shoulder tackle. Takes Terry Funk down onto the floor on the outside. Tom Kanamura. You get to start the count here. Oh man, look at this. Funker rolls back inside the ring as Bruno Sammartino makes his way back in. Running DDT from Terry Funk takes Bruno down to the canvas as Terry Funk starts to revive here. Kick to the head of Bruno. Terry Funk rounds him up. Hard right hand takes Bruno right back down to the canvas again. Terry Funk with a leg drop across the arm of the Living Legend. Funker, with Bruno still down there on the mat, drives a knee into the crook of the arm of Bruno Sammartino. And the tides have definitely turned here. Terry Funk rounds up Bruno. They lock up. Kick to the midsection. Look at this. Chicken wing suplex. Terry covers. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2. Exactly 2 as Bruno powers out of the pin. Terry Funk rounds him up again. Hard double axe handle across the back of Bruno Sammartino. Bruno back on his feet. Shoulder tackle takes Terry Funk down. Bruno has him up over the shoulders, but inverted DDT counter from Terry Funk. Followed up with a stomp. The Funker moves his way around Bruno, gets him back to his feet, locks him up, collar and elbow. Spinning neckbreaker. And Terry Funk regains control of this matchup. Oh man, here we go into a sleeper hold. Referee, there's no jawjacker from Bruno. Breaks the hold. Bruno locks up Terry. Terry Funk escorted to the ropes by Bruno. Bruno starts dragging the arm against the rope. Martino gets Funker into the far corner. Rounds him up and pitches him halfway across town. Bruno quickly covers here. 1, 2, but just a 2. Oh man, this one's going to be good. Bruno Sammartino working to get the support of the fans here as he goes back to work on Terry Funk with a stomp to the head. And look at this, drives a knee into the head of Terry Funk. Bruno Sammartino follows Funker onto the outside, moves in for the attack. Funker back to his feet as the referee starts this count. Shoulder tackle takes Sammartino down to the floor. Bruno counters with a kick to the head. Funker back to his feet and a running DDT out there on the floor for Bruno Sammartino. Referee Tom Kanamura trying to get them back in the ring. Kick to the midsection. And another chicken wing suplex from Terry Funk. The Funker rounds him up one more time. Rolls San Martino back into the ring, and here comes Terry Funk. Well, look at this. Working the crowd here in Texas. Where else is he going to do it better? Bruno whips him to the ropes. Back body drop for the Funker as Bruno quickly covers and hooks the leg. One, but only a one. Terry Funk definitely powering out with some juice. San Martino rounds him up. Got him by the scruff of the neck, head first into the far turnbuckle. Bruno San Martino drives his head into the buckle a second time. A hard right hand. Look at this up on the top turnbuckle, seated Terry Funk. Bruno San Martino on the middle rope. Beautiful arm drag. Pitches Terry Funk just about center ring. Bruno again going to work on that head and neck area of Terry Funk. Slams his head down to the mat. With a hard kick to the back delivered by Bruno San Martino. Terry Funk counters. Back on his feet, kick, takes Bruno down to the mat again. The Funker gathers him up one more time. Kick to the midsection. And whoa, man. Whoa, what a stunner. Funker covers. 1, 2. Well, that was the closest we've come so far. But Bruno gets that left shoulder up. Terry Funk gonna have to start all over again. The Funker dragging San Martino about as close to center ring as he can get him. Bruno trying to get back to his feet. Terry Funk right there to prevent it. Whips San Martino into the ropes. Bruno counters with a very nice kick. Bruno trying to get him up in the bear hug, but no good. Funker rounds him up again. Another stunner. That might be just about it. Terry Funk dragging Bruno San Martino just about center ring again. Tried for the pin, but no hard right hand. Bruno taken right back down again. Oh, here we go. Texas Cloverleaf. As Tom Canamora asks Bruno what he wants to do here, but Bruno finds his way out. Terry Funk definitely feeling psyched as he moves back in on Bruno. Rounds him up again. San Martino in big trouble here. Terry Funk smashes his head into the turnbuckle as payback. Whoa, man, what a fist right there. Funker losing his patience. Going right for the throat of San Martino. Breaks the hold. Says, no, I didn't do anything. Honest. San Martino rolls himself back out onto the floor. Looks like he needs a moment, but Terry Funk, whoa! Crossbody over the top rope, takes San Martino down to the floor again. The Funker rounds him up, rolls him back inside. Terry Funk makes his way back into the ring, stomped to the back of San Martino. And momentum has shifted back and forth quite a bit in this one. As Funker takes himself all the way up topside. Here we go, elbow across the head of Bruno San Martino. Funker covers. 1, 2, 3, and that is all, folks. Bruno San Martino taken down by Terry Funk by pinfall.
The time, 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Terry Funk. Wowzers, San Martino stopped absolutely cold by Terry Funk. Whether it's hometown advantage, Bruno having a bad day, or a combination of the two, the Funker with an impressive 3-count pinfall on one of the all-time greats of our sport.
Hey, you've got to say, it really didn't look too good for the Funker in the early goings of this match, but Terry Funk fights his way back into it, swiped the momentum away from Bruno, and snags the 3-count pinfall in a terrific Legends Division singles match, and we will be back with ladies tag action on the other side of the break.
The Sectarians back tonight. Drew Draven and Selena Sheik challenging Patty Powers and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote for the Women's World Tag Team Championships, and who knows what's going to happen.
Patty again whipped into the Disciples' corner, but turning the tables on her and gets out. And a blind tag, and here comes Drew Draven with less than 30 seconds to go. Patty Powers and taking shots at each other. Oh, Will! Walt Ruthburn has gone 9-9. That's not good. With 15 seconds or so to go, Drew Draven nails Danielle. Patty nails Drew Draven. Takes her down. Drew Draven takes Patty down. We are, oh man, this is not good. An elbow across the face. Got her by the throat, but that's it. Time's up.
The time limit has expired, and this This match is declared a draw.
Okay, so we got no winners, but American Powers can take a little comfort in still holding the Women's World Tag Titles. And oh man, this crowd is just as frustrated as we are. All that talk from Lilith.
Oh man, hang on a second here, Christy. Things have broken out. All hell has broken loose. We don't have a winner, but we're gonna have a post-match brawl right here. Patty Powers going 7 counts of crazy on Selena Chic, and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote's got Drew Draven in the corner putting the boots to her throat. This is definitely going off the chain. Oh, this is far from over the top rope. Oh man, Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote, and Patty Powers. Well, they may not have won. They still got those Women's World Tag Team titles, but this thing with the Sectarians is far from over.
The following contest is for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, and it is for the RWL Women's World Tag Team Championships. The challengers, representing the Sectarians and accompanied by Amanda Robinson, Drew Draven, and Selena Chic, the Disciples of Darkness. You have cost the Sectarians air patience,
Here we go.
injuring Kazmanson and embarrassing Papa Shango, and Boogeyman is going to come at a great price. That price being the Women's World Tag Team Championships and the title holders themselves. I have ordered the Disciples and Amanda Robinson to cause them as much suffering as possible before Drew and Selena take the Women's World Tag Titles from American Powers, and it may be a long time before they're fit to compete again. We have warned you numerous times not to escalate this situation, but you continue to forge mindlessly ahead. Well, this time, it's going to be very costly for you, as we sideline 2 of your top stars. Once they have fallen, it will cause a domino effect within our WL, and the Sectarians will take their rightful place as Masters of Darkness.
Oh, well now. Well, she sure sounds like she means business, don't she?
Tex, you said you met with her former boss Torahata at Coliseum Games, and that he's offered to help try and bring Lilith out into the open. Do you think Torahata can speak to whatever's left of Hana? Cause this seems like there is no Dana, only Zool kind of situation.
Oh, Johnny, we can but hope. If Torahata can reach whatever's left of Hana, well, he's got a shot. He's got a better shot than any of us have had.
Guys, I'm not ashamed to admit, I'm a little concerned for the safety of Patty Powers and Liberty Bell Danielle. Lilith, or Hana, or whoever actually did, cut a pretty menacing figure in this particular address. I don't know that the ladies' World Tag Belts have ever been in greater jeopardy than in this rematch.
The champs will have to maintain serious vigilance, especially with Amanda Robinson standing ringside with the Disciples. Their opponents, Patty Powers and Liberty Bell Danielle. American Powers, hot off their win over Asuka and Io Sky last week at Coliseum Games. And here's hoping American Powers has remained as dialed in as they were last week, fully rested and recovered. From that match, they're at least fresh and ready to go back to work. But against these miserable douche nozzles, they're gonna have to dial it up just a little to maintain the titles and prevent sustaining any possible injuries at the hands of these lunatics.
Patty and Danielle do seem to be coming into this one with serious confidence, but I'm still a little worried about them. And again, they've insisted on going out there without some backup at ringside. I really would have tried a bit harder to persuade them to take someone else along. Their courage is admirable, but there's a lot to be said for practicality.
I know that, but there's just no talking to these girls when they're mad.
It just seems an unnecessary risk to take, courage or not. I don't put anything past these damn sectarians.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you, Johnny. There's just no reasoning with the girls when they're upset. All right, with everybody facing championship level pressure, it's going to be Selena Sheik and Patty Powers starting us off here as referee Willie Johnson rings the bell. The ladies come center ring. They lock up collar and elbow. Selena from behind, rear waist lock on Patty. Patty quickly counters, turns it around on Selena Sheik. Snapmare from Selena Sheik into a rear chin lock. Drives a knee into the back of Patty Powers. Hard right hand. Look at this. Oh, man. Lines the ankles around the head and into a whirling rana for Patty Powers. Selena Sheik rounds her up again. Amanda Robinson probably going to be a source of bad news in this matchup as she watches intensely over here. Oh man, quick reversal from Selena Sheik. Inverted DDT. Slams Patty Powers head to the canvas. Hard right forearm takes her down. Selena Sheik rounds her up again. Whips her into her team's corner. Patty Powers quickly countering and escaping. Selena countering, puts her back in the corner again. Again, Patty Powers quickly counters out in a Hurricane Rana. Takes Selena Sheik down to the mat. Selena Sheik rolling herself out for a minute. Wants to think about a reset possibly. Hard right. Another hard right forearm. Snapmare from Patty and a kick to the back. As Patty Powers steps out, and here comes the Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Danielle. Liz. Oh man, Selena Sheik winds up Russian leg sweep. Takes Danielle down to the mat. Rounds Danielle back up again. Oh man. Kick to the midsection from Danielle. Shoulder tackle. Takes Selena Sheik down. Danielle rounds her up. Oh man, counters the neck breaker. Oh wow. Pitched by her hair. Almost to the far corner. Danielle Heathcote lines up the arm. Selena Sheik counters with a forearm. Has Danielle up. Head first into the turnbuckle, snake eyes. And I gotta say, Disciples of Darkness, real aggressive this evening. Selena Sheik out there on the apron. Oh man, hangs up Danielle by the top rope. Brings herself back inside. Hard shot to the back. Turns Danielle around. Hard Irish whip to the rope, and whoa! Man, what a slam that was right there. Selena Sheik steps out, and here comes Drew Draven. Drew Draven catches a forearm. Slam to the ground. Oh. Danielle taking herself out of the equation here. Tags in Patty Powers as Drew Draven gets back to her feet. Drew taken down with a clothesline by Patty. Oh, look at this. Whoa! Beautiful roll from Patty Powers. Stomp to the back of the head of Drew Draven. Patty gathers her up, but Drew Draven counters with a forearm. And a running bulldog takes Patty face first down to the mat. Side suplex from Powerhouse Patty. As she steps out, Danielle comes in on the tag. Selena Sheik watching as Drew Draven moves in, but Patty Powers watching also as Danielle winds up Drew Draven on the ropes. Look at this surfboard stretch using the ropes for leverage. Oh, man, that was just brutal. Patty Powers tagged in. Danielle Heathcote takes herself to her tag corner as Drew Draven is rounded up by Patty Powers. Oh, not much on the standing dropkick on that one. Drew Draven quickly countered by Patty. Spins her around. Nice arm drag. And Patty Powers. Patty Powers rounds up Drew, but Drew counters with a series of elbows to the side of the head. And another running bulldog takes Patty down to the mat. Hard stomp to the back. The Disciples of Darkness, knowing full well those women's tag team championships are on the line here, and they are hyper aggressive this evening. Much like the threats made by Lilith Morella earlier on. Oh man, here we go. Drew Draven. Whoa, Patty Powers powering herself out of a dangerous situation. Charges, gets taken down with a drop toe hold. Drew Draven fails to connect with that drop kick again. Patty fails to connect with the stomp. Drew Draven overshot her mark. Winds up getting whipped into the AP corner. Counters and escapes the corner. Fails to connect with her move. Patty Powers takes her down with a hard clothesline. Drew Draven. Hard whip to the ropes. And look at this right here. Whoa! What a tilt-a-whirl DDT from Patty Powers. Drew Draven back on her feet. Kick to the midsection from Patty. And setting it up again. Look at this. Wheelbarrow roll. Oh, wow. Not even a one. Too close to the ropes. Patty misses with the kick. Pitches Drew Draven into her team's corner. Drew Draven escapes the AP corner. A blind tag. Here comes Danielle. Heathcote says, excuse me here. Let me take care of this for you. Whips Drew Draven into the far corner. Drew Draven counters. Places Danielle into said corner. Danielle counters and escapes the corner. Oh, man, into a nasty DDT from Drew Draven. Danielle steps out for a minute. Here comes Amanda Robinson. That ain't good. Danielle quickly taken down by Drew Draven. Drew rounds her up again. And a backbreaker. Stretching the spine of Danielle Heathcote. Amanda Robinson just itching to get herself involved here. She's just hanging around like a vulture on a tree. Drew Draven rounds up Danielle. Danielle quickly counters her and rolls her towards the barricades. Here we go. Drew Draven moving back in as Amanda Robinson starts arguing with Danielle. And that's going to be bad news. Into the ring steps goes Drew Draven. And again, Amanda Robinson breathing down the neck of Liberty Bell Danielle. As Drew Draven seems to be getting shown every possible angle of the outside. As the referee continues to count. Hard right from Danielle. Hard shot to the back. Look at this. Oh, man, into a sleeper. Not that she can get a submission here, but, oh, man. Oh, she's tapping out. If she had been in the ring, this would have been all over. Drew Draven tapping out to a sleeper as Danielle rolls her back inside. Oh, Danielle Heathcote looking pretty confident here. Danielle moves in quick. Rounds up Drew. Hard whip to the American Powers corner. And Patty Powers comes in on the tag. Here's the double team. Oh, man. Double clotheslines. Takes Drew Draven down as Patty covers 1, 2. But no, Selena Sheik right there to break it up. Patty Powers. He's got the goozle. Oh, man. Quick counter from Drew Draven. Pretty amazing. Drew rounds her up. Gets Patty into her team's corner. Setting her up. Got her on the top turnbuckle. Oh, this is not good. Top rope superplex. Coming up. Express elevator to hell for Patty Powers. Boom. Oh, man. Even Drew Draven paid a small price for that one. But not as big a price as Patty Powers has. Drew Draven displaying some confidence to the fans. The fans really not appreciating the sectarians here at all. Oh, man. Head first into the ring post, and I will not sing the song. Sorry. Drew Draven rounds her up again. Patty Powers counters with a quick clothesline, indicating to the fans that she is okay, which is good. Drew Draven rolled back inside the ring. Here comes Patty Powers. Patty rallying these fans. Rounds up Drew Draven. Running clothesline. The second one. Look at this. And whoa, sling blade. Down goes Drew Draven. Patty Powers covers. 1, 2, 3. And that is all she wrote. American Powers retains the Women's World Tag Team Championship.
The time, 8 minutes and 32 seconds. Your winners by pinfall. And still, Women's World Tag Team Champions, American Powers.
Oh, guys, I can't tell you. That's a load off my mind. I'm just happy to see that Patty and Danielle have retained the Women's World Tag Team Championships over the Disciples of Darkness in another matchup that was tough. Last week's matchup at the Coliseum Games with Io Sky and Asuka was tough, but this one was just as bad, possibly even worse. Oh, man.
It's all good Tex. They won. They retain the belts. and didn't take anywhere near as much damage as Lilith Morella threatened. All in all, a solid day at the office for Patty and Danielle. And that's really all that matters in the final analysis.
Fair enough, GB. Well, like I said, it's a load off my mind. Well, there it is. American Powers retains the Women's World Tag Team titles against Disciples of Darkness, and we'll be back with our main event in just a moment.
Tonight's main event on Snarl, Legends Division non-title singles action with the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga, one-on-one with the new Legends World Champion, the Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior shocked the Legends division last month by toppling Stone Cold Steve Austin's year-long run with the title. And this main event matchup with Umaga is gonna test him to his full limit. Tonight's non-title Snarl main event is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing 350 pounds, the Samoan Bulldozer, Umaga. You just know, Lou Albano is raising hell backstage for not being permitted ringside for this main event, but he screwed up any chance he had during the tag match with the Samoans and the Vandal. Brothers, it's a simple lesson. Actions have consequences.
A simple lesson he may learn someday if Lou Albano lives long enough. That notwithstanding, the Samoan Bulldozer definitely going to prove a challenge even for the Ultimate Warrior.
Totally. This 350-pound behemoth is a former no-rules champ, and even without the use of weapons, Umaga poses a big-time threat to any opponent. But at least the Warrior isn't worried about the Legends World Championship.
Not tonight, he's not. But oh man, Umaga's definitely going to be a little bit of a problem.
His opponent from parts unknown, weighing 287 pounds, they are WL Legends World Champion, the Ultimate Warrior.
Taking the Legends World belt from the Texas Rattlesnake is a feat that's put the Warrior not only at the top of the division, but it's given him impressive forward impetus. We've seen him compete since winning the belt, and he is unquestionably riding the wave of success, with the Samoan Bulldozer posing his biggest challenge so far. An upset win for Umaga would spoil that forward motion, something the Ultimate Warrior will try to guard against.
It's been a great night so far on Snarl, and this is the perfect bow on the whole package.
Agreed, Johnny. Man, Ultimate Warrior and Umaga, pull up! Man, you'd be hard-pressed to find two tougher competitors anywhere. Referee Tom Kanamura rings the bell. Ultimate Warrior charges clothesline, takes Umaga down to the canvas. Ultimate Warrior. Countered by Umaga, hard shot to the midsection. The Samoan Bulldozer spins him around with a hard right, rakes the back of the Warrior. Right back behind, headbutt to the Ultimate Warrior and pitched just about center ring by the Samoan Bulldozer. Fails to connect with the knee. Ultimate Warrior drives a knee of his own into the head of Umaga. Umaga blocks the kick, turns it into a dragon screw. The Samoan Bulldozer gathers up the Ultimate Warrior. Knee to the midsection. The Warrior unloads with a series of shots. Umaga counters with a knee. They lock up again. Warriors pitch to the ropes. And whoa, beautiful Samoan drop by Umaga. Ultimate Warrior. Oh man, over the top rope and out onto the floor. The Samoan Bulldozer watching intently as the Warrior makes his way back inside the ring. Up and over the shoulders. Umaga quickly countered by the Ultimate Warrior. Another hard right hand. Look at this. Belly to belly suplex from the Warrior. That took power. That's 350 pounds. He just slammed to the ground. Slams the arm of Umaga into the canvas. Ultimate Warrior rounds him up, spins him around with another hard right, goes behind with a rear waist lock. Has him up over the shoulders. Look at this right here. Slams him down Dominator style. Ultimate Warrior countered with a sweep of the leg from the Samoan Bulldozer, who charges spinning heel kick. Pretty impressive for a big guy like Umaga. Warrior flipped into the far corner. Umaga charges, big time splash. Oh man, Ultimate Warrior starting to lose control of things here. Quickly counters with a shot to the midsection. Hard right spins Umaga around, goes behind, but Umaga quickly counters equally quickly. Series of hard shots. Umaga counters one more time. They lock up again. Another counter from the Ultimate Warrior. Man, a whole lot of countering going on. Another counter as Umaga backs the Ultimate Warrior off again. Locks him up. Hard Irish whip into the ropes. Head-on collision with no result. Umaga charges, takes the Warrior down center ring. The Samoan Bulldozer goes for the cover, hooks the leg. One, but only one, and barely just. Ultimate Warrior still way too fresh. Umaga locks him up again. Inverted Russian leg sweep. Oh, Ultimate Warrior certainly felt that one. Quickly back to his feet, drives a knee into the head of the Samoan Bulldozer. Ultimate Warrior rounds him up again. They lock up. Oh man, cradle position. Up over the shoulders and hung up over the top rope goes the Ultimate Warrior. Umaga rounds him up one more time. Oh man, by the throat, he's got the goozle. This could be bad news for the Warrior right here. All the way up and all the way down, and a hellified chokeslam from the Samoan Bulldozer. Umaga drives a knee into the head of the Warrior. Warrior quickly rolls back to his feet, locks up, gets whipped over the top rope and out onto the apron, and a shoulder charge takes him out onto the floor. Umaga all the way up on the top rope. Ultimate Warrior in big trouble. 10 feet. Oh, man. Headbutt from the top rope. Umaga's a wild one, man. The Samoan Bulldozer gonna try it again. Takes himself all the way up. The Warrior just about getting to his feet, so Umaga changes his mind. Takes it outside. Ultimate Warrior from behind. Rear waist lock. Has him up. Knee breaker. The Ultimate Warrior moves back in on the attack. Referee's counting. Oh, man. Ultimate Warrior pummeling him with lefts and rights and everything he's got. Umaga back to his feet. Clothesline by the Ultimate Warrior. Takes Umaga right back down the floor and more hard right hands. Just a punching and punching and punching. Okay. Ultimate Warrior rounds him up. Has him in a bear hug. Oh, can't get a submission on the outside, man. All you can do is wear him out. Umaga flailing, but manages to deliver a couple of elbows, a double ear clap. Ultimate Warrior is backed off, taken down quickly by the Samoan Bulldozer. Ultimate Warrior rounded up again. Hard right hand spins him around. Umaga from behind, up over the shoulder, slammed down hard on the floor. Referee's count continues. Umaga rounds up the Ultimate Warrior again, has him up over the shoulders in a torture rack kind of situation. Oh man, what a neck breaker that was. Ultimate Warrior favoring that neck. That one definitely connected. Ultimate Warrior draws a knee into the midsection of Umaga and a face buster on the outside. Warrior rounds him up again. Double choke lift and drop to the floor. Man, maybe he didn't crack his head on the barricade. Ultimate Warrior has him up, slams him down with a spine buster. Oh, wow. Referee's count continues as the Ultimate Warrior wisely takes himself back inside. Umaga's counting the pretty birdies. Warrior breaks the count, comes back out and out again. Goes behind. Ultimate Warrior countered with an elbow from Umaga. Hard right spins Umaga around. Rear waist lock from Ultimate Warrior. Has him up over the shoulders again. And another beautiful Dominator-style slam from the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior slams Umaga down face first to the floor. Gathers him up again. Another face buster. Man, Ultimate Warrior just unloading on the Samoan Bulldozer on the outside. Takes himself back inside. Will he take himself back outside again? Yes, he does. He is completely unpredictable, the Ultimate Warrior. Series of hard shots. Umaga on Dream Street again. The Warrior locks him up. Drives a knee into the big old midsection of the Samoan Bulldozer. Warrior rounds him up again. Oh man, look at this right here. Oh, pile driver out there on the floor. Umaga's definitely going to feel that one. The Warrior rounds him up again. Tries for the bear hug again, but Umaga with a headbutt says, nah, I'd rather not. The Samoan Bulldozer trying to take himself back inside, but the Ultimate Warrior clotheslines him. Gathers him up again. Another double choke lift and another drop to the floor. Umaga favoring the back of that head. Not surprised. Series of hard shots from the Ultimate Warrior and another double choke lift as referee Tom Kanamura continues his count. And he's been counting a lot this evening. Knee to the midsection from Umaga. Umaga finally makes his way back inside Ultimate Warrior right behind him. They lock up. Up over the shoulder goes the Ultimate Warrior, but quick counter into a DDT. He just busted Umaga open. The Ultimate Warrior drags Umaga center ring. Let's see where this goes. Ultimate Warrior figuring out what he wants to do here. Stomp to the midsection. Rebound off the ropes. There's that Warrior splash. Rolls them over. Look at this. There's the pin. 1, 2. But no. Umaga powering out of that pin. I'm pretty surprised. Warrior rounds him up again. Charges. Clothesline. Didn't hardly phase Umaga. Whips him to the ropes. Another clothesline that fails to connect. Knee to the midsection. Ultimate Warrior has to try something new. Escorts Umaga to the ropes. Whips him off the ropes, rebounds himself, and a clothesline takes Umaga down. Ultimate Warrior might be ready in the coup de grace here as he goes topside. Elbow across the chest for Umaga. Warrior covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that certainly did it. The Ultimate Warrior defeats the Samoan Bulldozer by pinfall.
The time, 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, the Ultimate Warrior. Now there's a match that kind of went the way I figured it might. Umaga gave the Warrior a solid fight and had momentum going his way a few times, but he couldn't sustain the assault long enough to slow down the high energy of the Warrior to any great degree. A terrific main event and a terrific win for the Legends World Champion.
He may be Legends World Champion for some time to come if he keeps on performing like that. Great win for the Warrior, and you ain't kidding, Johnny. That was a pretty good main event, too.
Okay, gang, that's it for this week's edition of our Rwl Sn Rl. We thank all of you, as always, for being with us and supporting our WL the way you do. Be sure to hit that old subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be sure to catch our next RWL telecast, this week's edition of Rage, immediately following this show. For Tex, GB, and myself, Wally Cardell, thanks, good night, and be safe. Catch you next time.